It is very hard for archaeologists to explain how that was done using purely leverage and mechanical advantage.
1993. The Gantenbrink Expedition. Deep within the Great Pyramid, a German engineer drove a custom-built robot, Upuat 2, into a shaft no human had entered for 4,000 years. He was searching for ventilation data. He found an impossibility. At the end of the shaft, the camera didn't reveal a literal exit, but a psychological dead end. A limestone door adorned with 2 copper handles. The implications were immediate. Handles suggest operation. Operation suggests a room beyond. But before the mystery could be solved, the permits were pulled. The project was halted. The incident proved one thing: Egypt is not a solved puzzle. It is a crime scene of history. From the impossible geometry of granite boxes to biological anomalies that defy the timeline of human evolution, these are the 20 discoveries that suggest we are missing a massive chapter of our own story. Number 20. The Gantenbrink door was just the seal. Number 16. The void is the container. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project utilized muon radiography, cosmic ray tracking, to peer through the stone. They didn't find a crack, they found a cathedral, a void 100 feet long hovering above the Grand Gallery. It is deliberate, it is massive, and it is completely inaccessible. Authorities have refused invasive exploration, leaving us to wonder, is it a stress-relieving chamber or a repository? If the voids hide secrets, the stones scream them. Number 15. The unfinished obelisk in Aswan sits frozen in time, a 1,200-ton leviathan abandoned due to a fracture. But look at the trench. The granite hasn't been chiseled, it looks scooped. The walls are smooth, lacking the impact marks of the pounding stones historians claim were used. This connects directly to number 4, precision drilling. Analysis of granite cores by engineer Christopher Dunn revealed groove patterns implying a feed rate that rivals modern diamond-tipped drills. Copper saws and sand cannot cut quartz crystal with this speed or consistency. The tool marks suggest ultrasonic machining, not manual labor. The apex of this lithic mystery lies underground at number 14, the Serapeum of Saqqara. Here, 24 granite boxes, weighing up to 100 tons each, sit in alcoves. The official story is that they held sacred bulls. Yet the interior angles are machined to a precision within a fraction of a human hair. When the lid is dropped, the seal is airtight. Why apply aerospace-level tolerance to a bull's coffin? The engineering anomalies aren't limited to stone, they extend to the sky. Number 11, the Saqqara bird. Catalogued as a toy, yet aerodynamic tests prove the wing curvature produces lift. It possesses a vertical stabilizer, a feature unknown in bird effigies but essential for flight. Is it a coincidence or a memory? At number 12, the Abydos Temple, the architrave carvings show silhouettes that are disturbingly familiar: a helicopter, a submarine, a glider. Skeptics call it pareidolia, accidental layering of hieroglyphs. But the specificity of the rotor blade and the cockpit challenges the law of averages. If they had flight, did they have power? Number 19, the Dendera light. Deep in the crypts of the Hathor Temple, reliefs depict massive bulbs. Inside, a snake-like filament stretches from a lotus socket, supported by the Jed pillar. Which brings us to number 5, the Jed pillar. Universally cited as a symbol of stability, electrical engineers view it as a dielectric insulator. When combined with the Baghdad batteries found in neighboring Iraq, the possibility shifts from religious symbolism to functional technology, a system of illumination lost to the ages.
The artifacts suggest the Egyptians possessed materials they shouldn't have. Number 6. Meteorite jewelry. 5,000 years ago, 2 millennia before the Iron Age, Egyptians were forging iron. Analysis confirms the metal is celestial in origin, literally mined from fallen stars. They mastered cold forging techniques for a metal that required temperatures their furnaces could not theoretically produce. Even more baffling is number 10, the Tomb of the Silver Pharaoh. Discovered on the eve of World War II, Pausanias I's sarcophagus is solid silver. In ancient Egypt, silver was rarer than gold. The craftsmanship exceeds that of the famous Tutankhamun, yet it comes from a period of alleged decline and poverty. Where did the wealth and the metallurgical skill come from during a dark age? But the most dangerous timeline violation is biological. Number 8, the cocaine mummies. In 1992, toxicologist Svetla Balabanova found traces of cocaine and nicotine in Egyptian mummies. These plants are native to the Americas. They would not exist in the Old World for another 3,000 years. The data suggest transoceanic trade existed millennia before Columbus, a revelation that doesn't just rewrite history, it shreds it. Perhaps the answers are right beneath our feet. Number 9, the Sphinx's hidden chambers. Seismic surveys in the 1990s detected rectangular, man-made cavities beneath the paws of the Sphinx, the Hall of Records, as legend calls it. Despite the data, the Egyptian Antiquities Authority prohibits excavation. We see the same secrecy at number 18, the Osiris Shaft, a subterranean complex descending 100 feet through solid bedrock, ending in a flooded chamber housing a granite sarcophagus. It is an engineering marvel hidden in the dark, barely acknowledged by mainstream guides. And some secrets are kept on paper. Number 7, the Tully Papyrus describes circles of fire in the sky during the reign of Thutmose III, silent, odorless discs that ascended to heaven. And number 13, the Book of Thoth, a text so fragmented and feared that legends claim it drives its readers to madness. Whether cursed or simply containing concepts too advanced for the time, the forbidden label keeps these texts in the shadows. The scale of what is hidden is staggering. Number 3, the Valley of Golden Mummies, 10,000 bodies preserved with a quality that defies the Roman-era decline, hidden in a remote oasis. Or the physiological anomalies of number 17, the gods on earth. Akhenaten, the heretic king, depicted with a grotesque, elongated skull and distended belly. While historians claim artistic style, his own skeleton suggests these deformities were real. Was he a genetic mutation or something else entirely? They certainly understood the human body better than we do. Number 2, sound frequency chambers. Certain temple rooms in Egypt resonate at exactly 110 hertz. This is not a random number. In neurology, 110 hertz induces a trance-like state and deactivates the brain's language centers. They were engineering architecture to manipulate human consciousness. Which brings us to the final, most chilling discovery. Number 1, the statues of Sekhmet. In the temple of Amenhotep III, archaeologists have found over 700 statues of the lion-headed goddess of war. 700, each weighing nearly 2 tons. Why create an army of identical statues? And more importantly, why are they almost all methodically destroyed? The faces shattered, the power neutralized. It speaks of a fear, a desperate attempt to shut a door that had been opened. From the sealed shafts of the Great Pyramid to the cocaine in the veins of the dead, the evidence persists. The ancients were not primitive, they were different. And the reason these discoveries remain controversial isn't because they lack evidence. It's because accepting them requires us to admit that we are not the first advanced civilization to walk these sands. What lies behind the door? Perhaps the terrifying part isn't the mystery,
but the likelihood that we already know the answer.